or they try to. Welcome back. We're here with Diane Daniels of DID and Associates for our next segment of the Pittsburgh Business Virgin. Diane, it's been said that 8 out of 10 small businesses fail. What do you think makes those two businesses successful, and what attributes do you think a small business owner needs to be one of those two?
I think success comes with sticking to what you do best. When you go into a grocery store, you go in there to buy food and groceries. You're not going in there to get entertainment. Well, I guess you are going to get entertainment, but you have to stick to what you know.
Yeah.
And I say of businesses, if you stick to what you know, then it helps you. When I really look at some of the businesses now, they're so scattered because the economy has changed, and you want to exist for a long time. But if that's not the case, then closing those doors and regrouping, sometimes that's not a bad thing. When I look at Donald Trump, how many times he said he was bankrupt. So you have to know your business. As long as you know your business and where you're going, then I think you're on the right track. That's why I always say you have to be passionate, too, about what you do. When you said that, you really hit that nail on the head, being passionate. But I think if you do what you do best. Don't do anything other.
I think
do what you do best.
To your point, when the economy's bad, it's almost like small business owners especially will search for any piece of business, anything someone will pay you to do,
trying to pay the bills,
even if it's outside. Which can you blame them? But then you're spending time doing things that aren't your core business and aren't helping you build, that business.
Exactly.
And when if you just devoted your marketing and all your efforts towards being an expert at what you do, that you may get there sooner than
right.
See, I know a guy that's in a business. All of a sudden now, he's feeding me information. I've known this guy for a while. All of a sudden, he's doing this other thing on this quote unquote on the side, and I'm just thinking to myself, and I understand. I mean, we're all doing what we can to keep food on the table and keep clothing our kids and what have you. But when you start doing that sort of that, I don't want to say plan B. I guess it is plan B. But when you start directing attention to another opportunity, it's only going to erode the initial.
It fragments.
So you got to get back to why the hell did I do this in the first place?
Right.
I mean, hopefully, as you said, you're passionate about something.
Right. But then you have to know when to fold. If it's not working.
Have you ever sat with someone that's come to you and you said, I don't know?
Well, yes, of course. And then that's when I try to send them to another advisor sometimes. Because I can only help a person. I'm there to promote you. Yeah. I'm not there to tell you, I don't think it's going to work. But if you're coming to me and you're going to say, well, Diane, what you were doing is not working, then I'm going to try to look at other ways to promote you. But if we have exhausted all those highways, then we have to start looking at other things. And that's why when I look at a person like Donald Trump, he's failed at some things, but when he waited and then he went back.
He's a great marketer. He's
an excellent marketer, sure. Yeah. But he knew when to fold and knew when to go to something different. Yeah. So you have to keep looking at the market.
You got a couple $100 million in the bank.
Ooh, yeah.
You just kind of.
Yeah, but you have to know the market.
As we finish up this segment, if someone was to contact you, Diane, how do you work? What does an engagement with you look like? Do you come out and do a free consultation? Give me some sort of background on how you handle that as a PR person.
Yes. Sometimes, now in this new age, people will email you or call you. I'm a people person. I do PR. I do have to set up a meeting. I'm a people person, so I get your vibe. So I'll come sit down and talk to you, observe the surroundings, really see where you're coming from, where you are, and what you really want to do. Find out what have you done in the past, what worked for you in the past. And then we'll talk about some of the things that I think I'll suggest for you to do. But I really get that vibe to really see where you are and
how do you, you know, and I'm not looking for specifics, but how do you build? I mean, do you do it as per project? Do you do it based on the hours you work? I mean, what can people expect when they engage a PR person?
Well, for me, a lot of it is going to depend on your budget. Because if you have a small budget, then I know we're sticking to the smaller things.
A couple of core pieces.
Right, a couple of smaller things. We're sticking
So
to
you do
your
it based
press
on the
releases.
You do it based on the
Yeah, it has to be based on the project. Then if you have a small budget, we have to stick to those press releases and getting the word out, the Facebook. You know, that technology right now is one of the best sources to market yourself.
Sure.
Awesome. Diane Daniels, thank you so much for coming down today and sharing with us not only your success story, but how it is that you work with companies to become successful. DID Associates, check them out, didassociates.net. You can also get a hold of Diane at 412-241-4436. And oh, by the way, if that washing machine is giving you a hard time, don't be scared to call her other business, which is actually All Pro Appliance Repair, which she runs with her husband. Mm-hmm. And they've been in business, over 21 years?
Over 21 years.
And 28 years with DID. Certainly a success story, someone that our viewers can certainly look up to. And for you folks locally, look for her weekly articles in the New Pittsburgh Courier, in the business section mainly, right?
The business section, yes.
Awesome. Diane, thank you so much for sharing your story as well as some of your experiences, and I hope everybody watching this has learned a lot, like certainly I have.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
I wish you great success as well.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.